You already know what it is. It's your boy.
Ain't enough for the streets. Ain't enough for the ain't enough for the streets. Ain't enough for the streets.
Yeah, I love this button right here, man. But yeah, shout out to everybody for tuning in to Up Next Media's channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel if you guys want to see more videos. Because the more you guys subscribe, the more videos I'm gonna make, right? Because thank you very much for the support. It doesn't matter if it's just one of you guys that's watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys like this video as well, right? I'm trying to get my equipments ready. I'm trying to get everything in place so I can keep doing more videos for you guys. Yeah, so today, what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about how I quit my job. How I've been able to live this entrepreneur lifestyle for the past 2 years now, right? And I'm also going to talk about my streams of income, how I've been able to pay my bills. That's pretty much what we're gonna talk about, right? So if you're watching this video, hopefully you get inspiration, you get inspired to one day quit your job and pretty much focus on your business and your dreams and aspirations that you have in life, and hopefully you get some tips and knowledge from this video, right? So yeah, so I ended up quitting my job about, let's just say, a year and a half ago, right? I used to work for this delivery company where I was delivering medical equipment, some back breaking job. Like I'm telling you, man, I used to wake up every day hating my life. I'm like, damn, I can't believe I'm gonna be doing this shit for the rest of my life. So when I'm 65, so when I'm gonna retire, breaking my back, like this shit is just draining. I used to be depressed. I used to come home mad. I used to come home sad because it's like I had no plans. Even though I had a little business I was running on the side, it just things wasn't moving fast enough for me. So what I had to do, man, it's like I couldn't manage having a full time job and doing the my side gig when I'm done work, come home and have to work on my part time gig, which is the Up Next Media thing that I run right now. And I had to make a choice. Like I had to be like, you know what? The pandemic happened. It really opened my eyes. Be like, yo, anything could happen. It's like it's either now or never. So I decided to just quit my job. I handed in my 2 weeks notice. Even when I handed in my 2 weeks notice, they didn't even want to let me go because I was such a great worker. And you know what? They didn't want me to pretty much go out there and work for myself. And they want me to just stay there and just keep working the 9 to 5 and break my back, right? So I had to do what's best for me and my family, right? So I decided to quit, but I had a plan. I had a plan. I didn't just quit like that, right? So I had a couple investments that I did before I quit to make sure like my bills were gonna get paid, and I have enough income that was gonna supplement the 9 to 5 income that I was getting, right? So let me give you the steps that I made, right? So some of the steps that I made is just I invested in a car rental company with my sister, right? And I got about 5 cars and I was renting out cars, but the pandemic happened. That took a hit. You feel me? It's just like shit. So throughout the whole pandemic, it was just like shit. My cars wasn't getting rented. Things were slow. And like I was in panic mode, so I had to be in grind mode. So I had to focus and figure out what am I gonna do, how am I gonna pay my bills. So I had my other side, my other source of income, which is Up Next Media, which is my main source of income right now, right? So I have a social media page where I do promotion for artists. I do music promotion. I do business promotion. If anybody want to promote their businesses, make sure you follow the page. By the way, Up Next UP and 6XT. Follow the page. Also hit me up if you want promotion. But yeah, with the page, I was able to expand the page to other division. So I also started a advertising agency where I was able to do like billboard ads, double XL magazine ads, and different ads, and also like BT ads. If anybody wanted the videos to be placed in BT or MTV, I started doing that as well, and I also started a record label. With the record label, I invested in a couple artists, a couple touring artists. I invested in a couple artists that I knew from the states as well. I did a song with Fetty Wap, Roni, J. Lou, uh, a few other dope artists, Lil Brady as well, a few other dope artists that I've worked with, and those investments have been able to make me some passive income, and I've been able to collect some passive income over the past. a couple months, right? Based off that investment. And with that, also with that page, I also do consultation. So if anybody wanted consultation when it comes to their music career, if they're looking for a marketing rollout, if they're looking for insight on their music, I help out with that as well. And I also started a community for creatives, so for creatives to join, so they be able to have access to services on a discount rate, and also be able to kind of like perform and stuff like that on the big stage. So I was able to do that throughout the pandemic and just expand. And I also started an award show as well. Like I started an award show throughout the pandemic. That's something that I'm really proud of. So hopefully one day this award show will take off as well. Yeah. So there's a couple uh ideas that I dabble in to kind of keep things moving. Like I invest in a couple things. So far, like I said, I had those are my two streams of income that I kind of like started doing, which is the car rental and my media page, which expanded into everything else. So like I said, the advertising, the consulting, and the record label and the award show. So it really expanded big. Like so, that's something I hopefully one day I'll be able to expand it to even more. And also the merch. The merch was is another stream of income that I have as well. Where I sell merch, I sell sneakers, I sell headphones. Just show you guys one of the sneakers that I have right now. I sell custom sneakers that I made. Right, those are one of my sneakers. So I pretty much how you call it. I pretty much venture into a couple different avenues with the Up Next Media. So those are my two streams of income so far, and also ended up dabbling into the real estate as well with my older brother, and he does fix and flip. So I dabble into that. Did a couple investments in those as well. So being an entrepreneur is not easy at all, but it's easy once you have a supportive system, uh, such as your family or your partner, a supportive partner. Then it make it easier because it's not easy at all. Because waking up every day, you really have to think where you're gonna get a dollar, or where you're gonna make where you're gonna make some money to pay the bills. So far, I've been able to live off my investments that I made 2 3 years ago or last year. So those investments been able to kind of like help me out throughout the year. So one thing I'll tell everyone if they're looking into becoming an entrepreneur or even quitting their jobs, you have to look at different investments that you can make that's gonna help, that's gonna be able to pay you a year later or 6 months later. So you have to dabble into different avenues, right? You have to have different sources of income. So you can have at least 10, 20 sources of income. So like I would tell everybody to dabble into different avenues. You can't just stick in one thing. If you're just gonna start a clothing line, you can't just say, I'm gonna just do the clothing line. That's it. Nah, you really have to dabble in other avenues as well. But it's good to have one avenue that's paying you well. With like myself, my Up Next Media, it's helping me. It's paying me well. Like I'm getting sponsorship. I'm getting uh revenue from like advertising and things like that, and also revenues from owning royalties of from the music that I've invested as well, right? So you have to have different investments opportunities that you could dabble in as well. So throughout the years, I was able to take a couple of vacations and travel to Cuba, went to Atlanta, and things like that, just to get different perspective on how I could keep things going and who I could kind of like partner with and work with. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. And for my what you call it, and for my next source of income that I've started doing as well is Uber. Like Uber is a great source of income, right? So it's like if I wake up one day and I don't make any money from any of my streams of income, such as let's just say my Up Next Media page, uh, I don't make any income from that. So I just pick up my keys and go do Uber, go do pick up a couple people, do a couple rides, make do a couple deliveries here and there, and make about 100, $150 for the day, and I'm good, and I go home. So Uber is really great for entrepreneurs. If you're planning on doing being an entrepreneur, I would definitely advise you to sign up to do Uber. If you have a car that's like the latest model, to sign up for Uber, I'll tell you to sign up for Uber and start picking up people and start making money today. If you're not making money from your actual business, right? Uber will definitely help supplement some of the income to help you keep up with the bills and things like that, right? So far, like I said, my streams of income right now is my car rentals, uh, investing in real estate, uh, my social media page, which has different divisions such as merch, my community, consulting, advertising agency, and my record label, Uber, Uber to do to do pickup and deliveries, and also my last source of income right now will be event planning, like planning events to my Up Next Media. I plan events, I do shows, doing parties and things like that, and that's been able to kind of like get some revenue out of that as well too, right? So planning events, getting people to come out, doing showcases, these things, how you call it, investments really help doing these type of shows because working with local artists is something I like doing. So it doesn't feel like a job to me, right? So those are my five streams of income. So if anybody's watching or planning on quitting the job, make sure you guys have a plan. Don't just quit without a plan, and because don't just listen thinking like, oh, entrepreneur lifestyle. I want to work for myself.